What's going on, millionaires? You're listening to the Million Dollar Mind Podcast, episode 156 on establishing a buyer's list for your future products. All right, so today we're going to be talking about making more offers. That is going to be the quote for today: make more offers. And you can really translate it however you want. It means just that. You can either make more offers, meaning the amount of people that you're reaching out to, telling about your product or service. You need to increase that number, or you can increase the number of offers that you provide or the number of products and services that you provide, just to kind of give you a wider range of people that you can sell to. And not saying that you want to increase the range of your target audience. You still want to have a very specific niche, a very specific target audience. But with that target audience, they may be in different parts of their life, right? They may have different needs in the moment in their life that they're in. For instance, I have a coaching program where I coach aspiring real estate investors on how to get into real estate with little time and money. But not all of them are in a position where they need the full mentorship program. Some are in a position where they kind of already started the journey and they really are just missing some resources where they can just get the resources. Some of them are kind of in between where they don't really need full mentorship. They really just need some type of online platform so that they can just get the information, watch the videos, and get moving. We have an online platform and an online course video that people can watch. So it's more so just identifying still within your target audience and your avatar, how many different ways can you help them out? So that's what we mean by creating more offers. Again, if you aim small, you miss small. So you still want to niche down. You still want to be very specific on the type of person that you're servicing, because if you have this wide range and say, oh, I want to help everybody, you can't help everybody. So you're going to be missing everybody because people don't know what you do. But if you're very specific on who you help, how you help, you're very specific on these things, you're going to attract that person and the people who's like, oh, I kind of want to get into that because this person is very specific on how they help people. So aim small, you miss small, but let's get into today's episode. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about building a buyer's list, right? And the importance of building a buyer's list, even before you even have a product. You got to learn about testing the market. And we had this conversation back with Derek Sleeps. I think that was episode 150 or 151. Go back and check that one out on advertising and really understanding these like marketing systems for your business. That was a great episode talking about testing the market. And as you're starting to test the market, though you may not want to test what we're talking about today with paid ads, you do want to do some organic research and start just messaging people and just getting the feel for what people are looking for. What needs do people have? What solutions can you provide to the market? But before we get into that, we are getting ready to launch that 7-day challenge, right? That 7 days of waking up before 6 a.m. We have our 5 a.m. club and we have a 6 a.m. club, all part of the same group. So don't be confused. But we have some people who are waking up at 5 a.m., myself included, on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then waking up before 6 a.m. Every other day besides those, except Sunday. Sunday is my off day, and give yourself some grace. So it's okay to say Sunday, I'm going to sleep in. I'm not going to do no workouts. I'm just going to focus on work, sleep, cleaning, whatever it is, right? Sunday is my rest day. But Monday through Saturday, we waking up before 6 a.m. We pounding it. We getting some work done. And yeah, so if you want to, if you've been looking to do the same thing and you want some accountability and you want a group of individuals who are also doing the same thing, also struggling with the same thing, just text me 5 a.m. to 404-77. Why almost am I blanking on the phone number? Let me just backspace, delete that. If you're looking for that accountability group and you're looking for someone to just kind of make sure that you're getting up at the time, you want to just share the stresses of, holding yourself accountable, and you just want to be in a group of like-minded individuals that are doing the same things as you, you can definitely join our 7 a.m. or 7-day challenge and join our 6 a.m. club. Just text the number 5 a.m. to 404-882-7422, 5 a.m. to 7. Yo, millionaires, what's up? So we talk a lot about real estate as well. Entrepreneurship, real estate, mindset is all the topics of the Million Dollar Mind podcast. So much so that I'm starting to have a lot of you millionaires coming up to me and asking me, what are the best ways to get into real estate, right? You guys know that I personally started off wholesaling. And within the 18 months when I first started wholesaling, I've generated over $1.4 million for my company just in wholesaling before we even started picking up properties of our own. So with that being the case, I've listened, I've heard the feedback, and we finally started the Side Hustle Academy program specifically for real estate investors and aspiring real estate investors who want to learn some other exit strategies without the traditional ways of going through real estate school and becoming a realtor, or having tons of money to dump into properties when we really don't have the money to spend anyway. So it's a whole nother world out there when it comes to wholesaling. And it's just a strategy of learning when to dispose properties that don't make sense for your portfolio. But to learn more about that, you can either go to kaispeaks.com/academy, or you can go down to the link to learn more about that Side Hustle Academy program for real estate investors. Let's get it. Right. So welcome back to the Million Dollar Mind podcast, the number one passion and attraction podcast in the world. Thanks to each and every single one of you for joining us week in, week out, Mondays and Fridays. It's been a blessing. And if you're on YouTube and you are joining on YouTube and you want to join us on YouTube, we even have some content, bonus content that'll be dropping outside of just the Monday, Friday cadence that we normally follow. So make sure you go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Million Dollar Mind podcast. But keep in mind, whatever you do, this is the only place for tips and tricks for identifying your passions and attracting opportunities to make a living while living your dreams. So many of us have products and services. I think in 2020, when COVID first hit, we probably seen the birth of the most businesses I've ever seen, right? Everybody has a business now. Everyone has a service, a product that they are selling. And we just assume that we will attract the masses. We think that if I create this product, people are going to come, right? Even if it's a good product, and even if it's, a good service, something that people have already communicated, that people are going to come and we will attract the masses. But we don't promote the product, or we'll link spam family and friends saying, hey, go like this, go share this. And it kind of gets a little bit annoying. And you can tell that your family don't really appreciate you just kind of link spamming. And what it all boils down to is we're not understanding the market's wants and needs. We're not testing the market to see if this is even a problem that people have. I think most of the times when we create products and services, we create products and services based off of our emotional connection to it, right? So we'll create a clothing line, and the clothing line will be like something that we like. It'll be like a name like Pod Boss or Pod Beast. I'm just throwing names out there, right? Because I'm a podcaster. So I would assume that if I dropped a clothing line that was like Pod Beast for podcasters, that I would attract a whole lot of people. But I'm most likely just going to get podcasters that relate to me the most. And if that's what I'm looking for, cool. But if I'm expecting that I'm going to attract this huge following, I'm going to get a whole lot of, people wearing my clothing line, it's not relatable. Not a lot of people want to podcast. So I'm limiting myself. So that's pretty much the logic that a lot of us go into it. We create these products and services and we say, oh yeah, I really like this. I really want to create something like this. And it's not something that everybody wants. It's not something that everybody enjoys. And that alone can make us feel a little bit discouraged, right? We look at it, it was like, why don't anyone want this product? And that's because we emotionalized why we even created the product in the first place. You don't want to, you want to emotionalize the why, but you don't want to emotionalize the product itself, right? You want to have a bigger purpose. You want to have a why. Like, why are you creating the clothing line? Why are you getting into podcasting? Why are you fixing credit? Why do you do what you want to do? You have to have a big why. But whatever that product or service is that you create, you don't want to be so emotionally connected to that. Because being emotionally connected to that, when you get the rejection that you are bound to get, you are going to get rejected. And when you get that, you kind of feel like you were rejected in a way, because this is your baby, your heart and soul. You put everything into this product or into the service, and it's not being reciprocated well. So that's my advice for you all. Emotionalize the why, but do not emotionalize the what. The what is just a vehicle. Whether you're creating a clothing line and the name of it is just a vehicle. But when you're creating it, you're not creating it for yourself. You're creating it with other people in mind. What do other people want? What do other people want to see? How do other people want to feel when they buy this product or this service? Think of that, right? So you need a proof of concept. And all a proof of concept is asking yourself those questions that I pretty much just said. Like, how do I want people to feel, or how do people feel? And you can simply ask people like, hey, I'm getting ready to drop this product, or I'm getting ready to, release this service. It's going to do XYZ. How would you feel about something like that? Do you see the value in something like that? Even before you even have it, right? Ask people that you're really close to, ask people that know you, ask people that don't know you. Just throw it out there and just start conversations with people and just getting a feel for the proof that this concept works. That's what a proof of concept is, right? So we want to have proof that the concept works. And I have learned that having a list of potential buyers that have already proven their interest in your brand or your product is so much more efficient for the sales process, right? So all those people that you reached out to before and they gave you feedback, ask them, hey, would you like to join my waiting list when I finally do, drop something like that? And I'll make sure that you are the first person to know. Make them feel special about it, of course, because they gave you feedback, they gave you some advice. So make them feel special. But that's a great way to start collecting some emails or some phone numbers and names. Write down names, get those email addresses, and start building your buyers list. So when you finally drop this product or this service, you have a list of people that you can send to. And most of the times you're going to get about 20 to 30% of that list that is going to buy. So you got to think about how much money you're leaving on the table just by not creating a buyer's list, right? So that's what you're going to do. And when you have these emails, it now allows you to create more intentional campaigns. So this is the why, right? Why am I having this conversation with you all? Because I care. And I've been there, and I have emotionalized my products, and I have emotionalized my services, and I've felt the defeat of people saying no. And I've done all this. I've done it all. And I understand now, especially getting into wholesaling and real estate, like having a buyer's list, having people that you can send something out to for feedback and test up the market before it even drops or before you even put it on the market. And we wholesale, so most of our things go off market anyway, but we already have the proof of concept now. And it that buyer's list alone makes you more intentional on how you market it to people. You can be a little bit more personal because one, you know that the names that you have in that buyer's list are people that you spoke to personally, or people that have clicked some type of lead generator or some type of funnel where they put in their information to join the wait list, whatever it is. But they're interested in learning a little bit more about the product and when it drops. It's also easier to funnel buyers from interested to most interested, right? When you create this buyer list and you send out these campaigns, each campaign has a different purpose. Sometimes you have campaigns that are solely designed just to weasel out the people that are only interested in free products and interested out in people that are interested in investing in some products or services, right? You have campaigns that are designed just to see who is buying now and who is buying later. So you have different types of campaigns that you can put out there, but you don't have a campaign if you don't have a buyer's list. So that's the first step. Get a buyer's list. And once you do have that, you're able to be much more consistent and measurable in how you attack that buyer's list, right? You're able to see how many people have opened it, how many people have clicked the links that were in that email, how many people have taken that form and actually filled out the form. Like, all of this is important. And if you don't have that data, if you don't get the buyers list, you're not even able to get the data. You're not even able to collect the data. And without data, you don't have anything to measure. You don't know what you did wrong. You don't know what you're doing right. You don't know what you need to duplicate, what you need to stop right there. So get you a buyers list. And of course, we're going to go into the why, right? Or not the why, but the how. It's not the $1 Million Mind podcast without some action steps. So let me pull up my screen so you guys can see my screen here, and you can see that I have some action steps for you to follow today that you can start so that you can get this lead generation or this buyers list popping, right? So the first thing is create a free offer, right? I think if you're trying to get emails and you know you're trying to get emails, create some type of free offer. And what is that offer, right? It's going to be something that is going to be used just so you can generate the leads. So for me, my free offer is a 90-day playbook that walks people through step by step on how to get started into wholesaling. Right. So it ideally they can use this playbook to skip the the bulk of the research, right? Most people spend about 21 days researching how to get started in something, where this playbook now eliminates all the how to. It tells you what to do, and now you just have to research the other things, right? The things that are not in there. But you, at the end of the day, you have the GPS. So that's an example of my free product or my free offer that gets emails, that gets people interested, gets them in my campaign so that I could reach out to them and I could, talk to them on a more personal level, more personal level. Also have another free offer, right? For people that are looking for accountability. I have been waking up before 6 a.m. I have been being able to be what's the word that I'm looking for? I've been able to really dive into my hustles before I even start my day for my main hustles, right? So if I have other things that I'm interested in, I'm able to feel accomplished before my workday actually starts. And that is something that most people struggle with. And people have communicated to me like, hey, I struggle with that. I've been trying to get up at 6 a.m. It's not working. And now we have, um, as I mentioned to you all in the beginning, now we have a offer where you can text me at the number that I provided that I seem to always get wrong, 404-882-7422. Text 5 a.m. That's a free offer, right? This is something that is free to people. They could just text me. And then once they text me, I have their number and I have their name. And granted, especially when it comes to phone numbers, there is a slippery slope. You don't want to just be blasting people with email, text campaigns, right? They have to first opt in and say they want to be reached out to you, by you. And once they opt in, now you can send the messages. But even still, you don't want to be sleazy, cheesy, or overbearing in any way because people could just opt out. It's always something that will give people value. So that's the first thing, because even if you text me 5 a.m., I want you to know that you're not going to be getting a whole bunch of overwhelming sales texts from me. Like, that's not what we're here to do. And that's not even what I want to tell you to do. Because the thing about sales that people misunderstand is that I don't have, like, I sell products, but I'm not selling products at the end of the day. I have a product or service that can be sold, but I'm not selling anything. And what I mean by that is I'm not saying, hey, you should buy this and you should try this because it could do XYZ for you. I'm having genuine conversations with people and I'm at first qualifying my product for them. I don't want to just say, hey, yeah, you should try my product. And I know nothing about you. I know nothing about what you enjoy, what you like, what you need, right. I don't know any of these things. So I have to qualify you as a consumer, as a client. And if I don't do that, then I just make myself in just another 80s sales commercial. And that's what we're trying to stay away from. And that's why most people think that sales isn't for them, because they associate sales with these sleazy, cheesy sales methods of just like, hey, buy my product. I'll put this in front of you and plaster in front of your face. And it's like, who's that really helping? It's not really helping anybody. Nowadays, sales is more so creative problem solving. And you can only solve people's problems by what? Asking questions, understanding if there's a problem in the first place. So I'm not about to tell you what I do or what I have to offer if I don't understand what the product or what the problem is first. So that's the first step. Create a free offer. Once you have a free offer, now you want to create and post polarizing statements to drive awareness to the free offer. So polarizing statements, like if you're a trainer, a fitness trainer, you may post things on Facebook like, I'm starting to see more and more trainers do the same thing wrong. Or let's say you're a trainer coaching trainers, like how to get more clients, right? Because this is a good example. I'm starting to see more and more trainers doing the same things wrong when it comes to building their client list. Let me know if you want to know what the secret is to building more clients. And I'll send you my free playbook, right? So it's like this. That's a very small one, right? And let me see if I can find one in my computer, because I'm pretty sure I got some examples in here, right? And oh no, I hope I don't fall. All right, so where is it? Let me see. Here's an example of one. I did find one actually. That's the thing about just saving stuff on the hard drive. You're able to just kind of check things out, and but for some reason I can't get it to open. There we go. So I'm gonna read it out to you. Too many of you are still struggling to hit your goal weight, but still spending too much time at the gym and starving yourself. There's a better way. I'm creating a video training that shows you 2 exercises you should do 10 minutes per day that melts belly fat and requires no time at the gym. Comment results below and I'll be sure to get it to you. Right? So like you're telling people now, so one, you have a free offer. You created a free offer. Now, what you're doing is you're creating these stories and you're creating these events and these statements that attract people to your free offer, right? So you're making statements like too many people still struggling to hit their goal weight. A lot of people relate to that, right? Too many people saying they want to wake up at 6 a.m. but are sleeping in past 8. So many people relate to that. Too many people are saying it's not enough time in their day to get their work, their personal work done when they work a 9 to 5. So many people relate to that. So it's like now, once you do that, you create another statement that pretty much says there's a better way. I'm creating this free offer, this free something. Comment this word, and I'll make sure I get it over to you so that you can start making changes. Boom, bam, bop. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's pretty much what that is and why it's so important, because it's very powerful. It does get a lot of people. I think one time when I was doing the credit repair, I've had a couple posts where I've did copy that same structure. Got it. Guys, you got to realize I'm not telling you to do anything that I haven't done myself. I've done that same thing, and I've probably had I've said several posts that had over 50 comments, right? Just by saying so many people don't know that your student loans can be taken off of your credit profile. Like no people don't know that. Comment credit for a free consultation, like something like that. I don't remember what the post said exactly. I would have to go way back in the Facebook archives because I post way too much on Facebook. But you guys get the point. So create and post polarizing statements as frequently as you can to drive awareness to your free offer that you just created. The third step, engage with people to learn more, right? So when you do have people who comment and they say results, they comment credit, they comment whatever it is, here's a trick. So this is a trick for any algorithm, even on Instagram. When people comment, make sure you comment back. Don't just like it. Comment back because it doubles your comment. So when people go and they see, oh, it's a whole lot of comments here, it makes them want to engage too. That's a little hack for those who didn't know. But even still, when you engage with them, you say, hey, check your DM. I'll make sure I'll send it over to you right away. And then you continue the conversation in the DMs to not just drive awareness, but to learn about what their needs are, and then seeing if there's ways for you to build a premium offer, an offer that people will pay for around what their needs are. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. So you create the free offer to and bring people in, to reel people in. It's like having this big fish net, right? That's the free offer, the fish net. And then when you grab the fish in there, you want to analyze each fish one by one, and you want to ask them, what do you enjoy? What made you interested in this free product? Why is it that you need it? Right? So you can learn. So then you can say, okay, got it. Now I'm learning how I can build some type of paid offer around this. And you want to keep doing that so that you can continue to build out that paid offer to making it elite as something that many people have communicated is a problem. Many people have communicated they see the value in that product or that service. So that's how you do it. So engage with people. You want to identify what their core problem is and what a common solution is to the many, because you're going to have, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. You want to group it into a core problem and then find out a common solution that helps out multiple people. Sorry about that, y'all. So it's 4 o'clock and I'm supposed to do my push-ups. Another thing for accountability. If you guys want to join me in doing 10 push-ups every hour that you're awake, I'm typically awake 16 hours. So at the end of the day, I'm doing 160 push-ups. Something as small as 10 push-ups an hour can help you do 160 push-ups a day. So if you are looking for that motivation to get back into the gym, before I go on this quick rant, this will definitely help you with that, because doing the 10 push-ups, you're gonna be like, you starting to feel good. Like, okay, I want to do a little bit more. Let me start going back to the gym. That's how it happened for me. I literally was doing this for the last 2 weeks, and now I find myself waking up at 5 a.m. hitting the gym Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So back to the point. Right. So now once you do this, this can come later on down the line, but if you really want this to be organized, you really want to create some type of funnel, have a landing page to capture leads. So you can either make you a free website, you can make you some type of Calendly account, and get people's emails for a 15-minute consultation, to where you might, but I don't recommend that for this, because you'll find yourself having a whole bunch of 15-minute consultations. If you're going to do a free offer, don't make it something that is too time consuming, like you doing 15-minute consultations for every single person who books a call. More so, create a 15-minute video and send everybody to that same 15-minute video. That's what you want your free offer to be, not the former. So have a landing page so that you can capture leads, something that's going to be able to say, hey, here, you want this free item, put your name and email in here, and you'll be able to download it. Boom. Now you have a lead. Now you have John Doe at johndoe15@gmail.com. He's interested, and all of his friends that he sent it to is interested as well. And now you have this form full of emails that you can now create email marketing for. All right. So the last one is creating email campaigns to solicit paid services too, right? So as you're having these conversations, you're learning, you're growing, you're figuring out what type of paid services people will pay for. Now you're creating email campaigns that are bringing awareness to the paid services, right? So it may be something like, hey, still needing help? I see that you downloaded this free program. How is it helping for you? If you're like these people, click here to learn more about our accelerator program. I'm just freestyling, guys. Don't mind me, but you get the point. Like, hopefully, you guys get the point that this is something that is very, very, very helpful, and you can duplicate these things. So make sure you take a picture. Do what you got to do. Write down a list. Take a picture. I don't give a damn. Shout out Smokey from Friday. He didn't say, he was much more explicit than that. But you get the point. Like, that's what you want to do now, is you want to start to implement these things. And momentum, success loves speed, and momentum needs speed. Like, you have to start acting. So don't listen to this episode and just say, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, if you are literally and seriously trying to build your business and you have products that you want to get out there, find a way to create a free product and go down the list and start working, start talking to people. Like, make it a goal to start. When we had the VAs working, we had them doing about 50 conversations. No, it was more like starting 30 conversations a day. So try to talk to 30 people a day. And if that's too much, start off with 10. And if that's too little, move it up to 15, 20. Like, the ball is in your court. There's no right or wrong answer, because at the end of the day, what you're offering is different from what I'm offering. So I can't say that the things that I'm doing is right and what you're doing is wrong. You just have to figure out what does work, and you can only do that by trial and error, testing it out, testing the market, creating numbers, measuring your success, measuring what works, what doesn't work, why didn't it work, why does it work, and just documenting all this stuff. Like, I think we have gotten in that habit of just going with the flow, mentality, and it has made us lazy to the point where we don't write things down. We don't write down our goals. We don't write down ideas. We don't write down measurements. We don't write down KPIs, key performance indicators. We don't write things down, and we have to get back in the habit of writing things down. Like, if I don't write it down, it's definitely stored somewhere on my computer in a digital format, in some type of Google Drive document, something. We have to get in the habit of doing these things, right? So this is a model that has been proven to be highly effective. Like I said, I use it. And when I first identified this model back when I was doing credit repair services, I literally was able to quit my job because in the first 2 weeks, I've made my sales commission salary ×2. Like, I was able to double my income in just 2 weeks of following this system. So this is something that is proven to be highly effective, tested by thousands of coaches and entrepreneurs, yours truly as one of them, right? And just think of the last time you signed up for a free resource or a low ticket product, like something that you signed up for, whether it was a training program, whether it was a playbook, whatever it is, whatever free product you signed up for. You were hit with a slew of emails, and the ones that you open, those are the ones you want to pay attention to, right? If you're getting emails from some kind of coach, trainer, or salesperson that you signed up for their free product and you opened it, that's the email that you want to like literally copy, right? You literally want to see like why did you open it out of all the other emails that you just looked at as spam? Like, I'm not even about to open that one, because I've done it. I have a lot of emails that I don't even open, and then all of a sudden they hit me with one, and I'm like, why did I open this? Was it the subject? What was it that made me open this one? It's most likely going to be the subject. So pay attention to those as well. Your subject does matter, but yes, think of the last time you signed up for a free resource. Look at the emails that you received from signing up for that free resource and start to duplicate the ones that worked, the ones that got you interested. Okay. That is going to be your cheat code. That's your cheat code. Literally, it's your like, what they used to let us have your key, your answer key. That's your answer key. Now that you are aware of what is happening, pay close attention. Like, start to actually read those emails. Start to actually analyze the feelings that you get when reading those emails. Look at the subjects, right? How did it make you feel? What did it make you want to do? Right? What links were included in it? Like, did it have a call to action? What types of call to actions? What was the verbiage in the call to action? Did it tell you sign up here? Did it say go check out how to get more? What was the verbiage in that call to action? And the good ones you duplicate, however you want to pronounce it, tomato, or the bad ones you discard. Right? The bad ones, we're not worried about those. The bad ones, they just in our pile of misfortune, right? We don't really care what happens to them. We can delete them, whatever. But the good ones, save them, store them somewhere, fiddle faddle with it, make it your own, right? You don't want to plagiarize, but you do want to copy, right? Success is full of copycats, right? You ever look at something and you're like, this is oddly familiar to something else that I did or something else that I saw. It's like this industry, and when I mean this industry, I mean just business in general, is full of copycats. You know, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or don't reinvent the wheel. These are people who are literally telling you to copy work, and it's different. Copying is one thing. Plagiarism is another thing, right? Plagiarism is me taking your email and literally just making it my email and then sending that to my list and putting my links on it. That's plagiarism. And that's most likely not going to work because your target audiences are different. So you have to speak to them differently anyway. So some advice, plagiarism most likely won't help you anyway. So take the template, duplicate the feelings, duplicate the call to actions and things like that, but make it your own, personalize it, and most importantly, personalize it and customize it for your audience, for your avatar. Make it for them, right? So, pro tip, I would suggest starting out with an email campaign through your website provider like Wix or Shopify, or you have ClickSend. You have a lot of different email campaigns. You have Active Campaign. You have a lot. You got a lot of them, right? I use Wix. So that's the first one that I said. I love Wix. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you want to use Wix, I'll drop some type of link for the people who want 20 to 10 to, I think even right now they're doing a special where it's 30% off. So I'll drop my link so that you guys can get that 30% off your first month or two on Wix. But yeah, if that's what you're interested in, but definitely do your research on which one is going to be best for you. As always, I'm super thankful to have you all a part of the show week in, week out, like I said, and thanks in advance for becoming the change agents that you're bound to become, especially as you're learning effective ways to create products and services that are not for you, but for the masses, that are going to help so many people, right? I can't wait to hear from one of my students or one of my clients or somebody that I know about a product or service that you created that is changing their life. I can't wait to hear it, and I can't wait to just trying to see your things blasted out there and being promoted in a way that makes you look amazing. So we just went over a lot. However, it is a lot to a lot more to cover. Not really a lot more, but if there's anything I want you to retain and act on right away, is getting that website and landing page launched ASAP. So did you know that you can easily start creating your own website for free? Yes, for free. And I already mentioned who is doing this, and it's Wix. Wix is leading in the web creating space for the simple fact that the engine is so easy to use. No coding required. You don't have to worry about any robust tools needed. Like you literally can just plug and play. It's literally like uploading a picture and dragging and putting it anywhere you want, putting a link on there and letting it do its thing, right? This is so easy that you don't have to be a tech genius to operate it. I use Wix for all of my websites. Every single one of my websites is created through Wix. So check out the link in the show notes to get started creating your free website today. All right. Now, with that said, just remember to keep focus, build momentum, and drive results so you can live abundantly. I'm your guy, Kai Speaks, and we are out. Peace.